Amazon Prime Video has a wide variety of TV shows, many of them original productions, and some of them have at least 5 seasons. Before streaming became a new way of watching TV shows, these had long seasons, usually with up to 22 episodes, and more seasons as well. However, this drastically changed once the streaming era began. TV shows, especially those produced by streaming platforms like Netflix and HBO Max, have shorter seasons and fewer seasons as well, either because they are planned that way or they are cancelled pretty quickly. One of the most popular streaming platforms, and a strong competitor to Netflix, is Prime Video, which also has original content. Prime Video has produced some of the best and most successful TV shows in recent years, but it has also fallen into the trap of shows with no more than 3 seasons. However, some of Prime Video's best TV shows made it to 5 seasons or even more, and they are all worth watching. Transparent. 5 seasons. Maura and her family in Transparent TV show. Transparent is a special case in this list, because its 5th and final season took a turn. Transparent is a comedy-drama TV series created by Joey Soloway. Transparent debuted on Prime Video in 2014 and ended in 2019 with a 1-episode season that ended up being a feature-length episode. However, it still counts for this list as it's still considered a season. Transparent, then, is the story of the Pfefferman family, and it starts when their parent, Maura, Jeffrey Tambor, comes out as a trans woman. This not only prompts changes in the family's dynamic, but it also leads Maura's family into their own journeys of self-discovery and identity, while they also have to come to terms with Maura's identity. What made Transparent stand out and was key to its success was the way it approached Maura's story. It's not just about her transition, but how her role as parent, grandparent, partner, sibling, and professor changes, especially as an older person going through this transition. Transparent ran for 5 seasons and received nominations for different awards throughout its run. Despite facing criticism for Tambor's casting and later controversy due to sexual harassment allegations against him, Transparent was a critical success. Transparent has been praised for its complex characters, realistic portrayal of family, and how they navigate Maura's new identity, character development, and exploration of themes like religion, sexuality, family, and love. The Boys. Preparing for its 5th and final season. Anthony Starr as Homelander in The Boys. Prime Video also has its own superhero shows, though all of them are unlike traditional superheroes. Prime Video's most popular superhero show is The Boys, based on the comic book of the same name by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. What has made The Boys stand out from other superhero shows is how dark, violent, and graphic it is. The Boys takes the audience into a world where superheroes not only exist, but they are treated as heroes and celebrities by the general public. Superheroes, referred to as supes, work for Vought International, a powerful corporation that markets and monetizes them, also managing their public image. To the public, they are heroes, but they are actually corrupt, selfish, and reckless. Of course, not everyone praises the supes, and there's a team of vigilantes known as the Boys who look to bring Vought and the corrupt supes down. Led by Billy Butcher, Carl Urban, who has a personal vendetta against supes, the Boys do their best to complete their mission, but their clashing personalities often get in the way. The Boys is one of Prime Video's biggest critical hits, with critics praising its tone, political aspects, complex characters, sense of humor, and social commentary. At the time of writing, The Boys is preparing for its 5th and final season, projected for a 2026 release, while its universe keeps expanding with spin-offs. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. 5 seasons. Rachel Brosnahan as Midge, wearing a night dress and covered in smudged makeup, performing stand-up in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. One of the best TV shows of all time is also one of Prime Video's few shows with at least 5 seasons, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Created by Amy Sherman-Palladino, creator of Gilmore Girls, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is a period comedy-drama TV series that ran for 5 seasons, from 2017 to 2023. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel takes the audience back to the 1950s to meet Miriam, Midge, Maisel, Rachel Brosnahan. Midge's life takes a turn when her husband abruptly leaves her, but after some messy events and encounters, Midge decides to pursue a career in stand-up comedy. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel has all the elements of a Sherman-Palladino show, such as a charming female character and witty, fast-paced dialogue. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel has been praised for its relatable, strong, and ambitious main character, the performances of the main cast, mostly Brosnahan, its 1950s setting and production value, its sense of humor, and its emotional depth. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel was nominated for, and won, various awards during its run. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel wasn't cancelled, and Sherman-Palladino chose to end it in Season 5 rather than have a longer run with lower quality. The marvelous Mrs. Maisel's consistent quality and more earned it a place among the best comedy shows of all time. Bosch. 7 seasons. Titus Welliver as Harry Bosch visiting a crime scene in Bosch Season 4. Another one of Prime Video's best TV shows ever made it beyond 5 seasons, Bosch. Developed by Eric Overmyer and based on Michael Connelly's Harry Bosch novel series, Bosch is a police procedural drama that ran for 7 seasons from 2014 to 2021. Bosch stars Titus Welliver as Harry Bosch, an lap detective. At the beginning of the series, and in addition to the different cases he's assigned to investigate, Bosch deals with a civil lawsuit after shooting a suspect in self-defense. In addition to that, Bosch comes across a serial killer who has a personal interest in him. Each season of Bosch had a long-running arc, keeping the audience hooked. Bosch was a big success thanks to its complex and flawed main character, his moral ambiguity, the different cases he was assigned to, its format and variety of cases, and the overall tone of the show. Other acclaimed elements of Bosch are its production value, realistic portrayal of police work, and Welliver's performance. The success of Bosch led to 2 spin-offs, Bosch, Legacy, with Welliver returning as the title character, which is currently in its 3rd season, and Ballard, which premiered in July 2025. The Expanse. 6 seasons. Kara G in a spacesuit in The Expanse. Another one of Prime Video's best titles and one of the best sci-fi TV shows of all time is The Expanse, and it ran for 6 seasons. The Expanse was cancelled by SYFY after 3 seasons, but after Amazon acquired the show, it got 3 more seasons, officially ending in 2022. The Expanse is based on the novel series of the same name by James S. A. Corey, and it's set in a future where humanity has colonized the solar system. This has triggered political tension between Earth, Mars, and the asteroid belt, and the show follows a disparate group formed by a United Nations Security Council member, a cynical detective, a ship's officer, and his crew.